Hi everyone. Thanks so much for stopping by today. I'm Jaylene and I'm so excited to bring you a message from Spirit. And I had put a message on Facebook yesterday. Is it message from Spirit time? And I had some great responses. So thank you so much to everybody who's written. And I'm hoping that I'm getting someone from that little pile of people that had put their comments in the comment box. But I got the sense of, and I'm just going to come right out and start reading. I got the sense of two females, and one makes me feel she passed away 3 to 4 months after the other one did. And so there's very, very close passing with these two females. I do believe they're connected family-wise. They do talk about a Lena or a Lucy or a Linda or a Lydia, but they make me feel they're connected to a woman here with the L name. I believe that there's a birthday of September 17th or October 17th that they talk about, and they make me feel that they come around for that and they celebrate either October 17th or September 17th in terms of birthdays. Now, the older of the females that passed away, within a few months of each other, the oldest of the female makes me feel that she had problems with her kidneys. And so she shows me, I think she was on dialysis or there's a kidney failure, some kind of kidney failure around her, but she makes me feel that she was on a dialysis or that they tried to clean the toxins out of her blood, but they couldn't do it in time. I think she was connected for 7 to 12 days or between 7 to 12 days. She also talks about, I'm not sure if it's like a surgery that happened in July or if someone is having surgery coming up in July, but she makes me feel it's important to mention that. Now, there's also the second female that comes through. She makes me feel that she had a sudden passing. I don't know if she would have had a stroke or an aneurysm, but she does show me her head, and she makes me feel that the passing was rather quick. If you told me that this person passed away in the hospital, I'd have to say no. This is absolutely someone that passed away at home or outside, but I don't see it in a hospital-based area. Now, this female makes me feel that it was very quick and painless, but that her family feels that she laid there for quite a while suffering. The phone rang and rang, so I think that someone would have heard the phone in the background, or someone tried to call 4 or 5 times, and then they come out and then they find her this way. So if I would be the person that was found passed away in my home, I want to tell the person that found me, that I'm so sorry that I scared you that way, because I get the sense that the person that passed away really had a shocking look or a shocking effect to the way they were found. And it makes me feel that, around the situation was quite a shock, or I don't know if the person's just never gotten over the way that this has happened, but I'm going to tell you that it's still a very traumatic experience for the person that would have found the deceased, and I think that they suffer still to this day, and I think it's been about 3 to 4 years that this person's now passed. They also talk about a Matt or M-A-T. I would think it's Matt or Matthew, and they make me feel that it's important to talk about that, and I don't know. They're also showing me Sturgeon Falls are going towards North Bay, and they make me feel that that area is important. So that is the first two people that come through together are these females. And so I wanted to send out a message that there's going to be some good news around the families for these two females about someone that's been sick lately, but are improving every day with their health. And so they make me feel that someone's overcome quite a large hurdle in terms of illnesses and in terms of like a sickness of some kind that would be more difficult to get rid of than usual. And so they make me feel really, really good about this, and that there's positive news coming within the next month and a half to 2 months. Now, I want to talk about April 18th for some reason, and this is aside from the two ladies that we just talked about, but I'm just moving on, and I want to talk about April 18th, and I don't know why I want to talk about that so badly, but they make me feel there's a passing on that date, or there's a burial on that date, but they make me feel so important to mention it. I don't know if there's a Joanne or a Josephine or a Joanna or a Juanita, but a female. Oops, there goes my teacup. But they talk about this person having such difficulty with this grief. I don't even know how to explain this, but they're having so much trouble with this grief that they tend to forget themselves somehow. I don't know if they've stopped working. I don't know if it's because they've just stopped existing or contacting the family. And so the person that talks about April 18th makes me feel that I need to get a message out there to watch around this Joanne or Joanna or Josephina, it's almost like a Joanne name, or Josephine or Joanna, Joan it could be. But I get such a sense of depression, and I almost feel like I have to intervene somehow. And I almost feel like I have to, get that person to go to the hospital or to the doctor, because I'd almost feel that there's a sense of, despair with this depression, and that maybe it's because the holidays are approaching, and maybe it's because, it's been a little colder than usual. But I just, please, if this affects you, this April 18th somehow, you have a Joanna or a Joanne or a Joan or a Josephina or a Josephina around you, please look at the person's, their state of mind. Look at, to see if they're depressed. And if, I'm not asking you to be an expert. I'm certainly not an expert, but I'm going to tell you, it's very noticeable from the way Spirit talks that this person's having quite a difficult time dealing with the simplest tasks in their everyday life. And so if you see anything like that, please talk to their family or talk to them and show them that you care, and show them that you have concern for their well-being, because they really need a lot of love right now, and they feel so alone since his passing. I don't think they can cope very well. And so I don't know what else to be able to suggest for that person other than they go for counseling to be able to, get some kind of coping skills to, get over the grief somehow. But, some people's grief is so different compared to, my grief and your grief can be so different. I mean, our coping mechanisms are all so different because of our upbringings and because of our learned behaviors, and so many different factors that come into play when it comes to that. But I need to send out a lot of love to this Joanne or to this Joan or to this J lady, because they give me stars around her. So there's got to be a May attachment to her somehow, or the number 5. I'm going to also say 14 or 23. But anyways, whoever passes or is buried around April 18th really needs to get that message out there. And I want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for everything that you do for me. I'm going to be putting out another video, and you're going to really want to watch that video, because I have some secrets that I'm finally going to share. But I wanted to do it on a separate video other than the message from Spirit. So please continue on to the next, because there's another one coming right after this. I hope you understand your message from Spirit. I hope that you share with absolutely everyone, because everyone needs to have these messages. They need to know that their loved ones still exist after they don't have a body anymore. So that consciousness, that highly evolved energy, you can't get rid of that. And, I'm just so glad that I'm able to tap into that and bring that forward to you. I'm so glad that, I'm just so happy that I can bring that to you. And I thank you so much. So you're going to have to watch the next video to see how I'm going to thank you. I hope you have a beautiful day. I love you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.